Kumusta ka mo? Hi, it's Viktoria. In today's day and age, we encourage self-love on an almost daily basis. As we should, importante ka kitaan ay putting ourselves first so that we can be able to draw energy and love to give to other people and to those that are around us. But where do we draw the line between self-love and conceitedness? And what do we do when the self-love that we used to know slowly evolves into acts of narcissism? First things first, there's a fine line between self-love and conceit, and that's intention. Let's not confuse the two. Self-love is when you do things to take care of yourself, from your body to your mental health to your spiritual wellness. This means doing things to feel more you. Meaning, ginobra mo mga bagay-bagay nga na para mas maging confident ka sa lawas mo, mas at home ka sa lawas mo, to feel more closer to yourself and things that help you process and live your life. Some people practice self-love by blocking hours in the morning to do yoga or exercise, meditation. Ang ibang nagkakanta pa na sa shower, feel pilapyo. Ang ibang nagka-shopping or may aram ng ganingan. Do pa rin ubala sa akon. Makeup. When I put on makeup, I really feel like I'm able to express myself. I get to tap on my creativity and feel like I'm in my zone. So whatever your self-love language is, know it, understand it, practice it, as long as you don't hurt anyone in the process, because that's where conceitedness starts. Conceitedness is fueled by validation from other people's praises. It is when an individual has an inflated ego and lack of empathy. Dili gid pasok ang ginatawag nga God complex or superiority complex, nga feeling ta mas angata sa ibang nga tawo, nga feeling ta wala tagasala, o kung may araman nga kung ano ang sa pinuinuta, feeling ta permita tsakto. Kung conceited ganyan sa katawo, ang end goal niya sa tanan nga ginaubra niya, dapat ginapuri siya sa mga tawo. That means their actions have nothing to do with taking care of themselves. Instead, their actions are directed to feed their ego. Because of their excessive pride, people full of themselves often look down at others. Pero mina sila pang okray sa ibang tao because they think they're better. Pero hindi lang sa physical appearance ang pagiging conceited, ha? Conceit also shows up in the way we react to things. For example, you give a conceited person advice like, I don't think that's the right thing to say. Kisa ang sabat niya si mo, no, I know better. I know that I'm right. Or they're going to turn things around and make it your fault and say, you think what I said was wrong? You're toxic. Or invalidate your feelings by saying, masyado kang sensitive at emotional. Because they need to feel superior. Not because they actually heard you out, but regardless if you're right or wrong, their pride gets in the way and stops them from actually listening. They're also projecting their insecurities. Sila ng mga tao nga sa isa ka conversation, all they can talk about is themselves. Because that's all they literally know. Me. Okay, so now that we know the difference, how do we tell if self-love turns into conceitedness? Self-love turns into conceit once the object of your attention is no longer about yourself and shifts to the people around you. That means kung ang goal mo is para makasakit sa ibang tao, pag i-disregard ang feelings nila, kay para sa imo mas importante ka. Self-love turns into conceit once you let your ego, arrogance, and selfishness take over. When you deliberately step on other people just to feel good about yourself. Self-love turns into conceit the moment you start expecting from other people, whether that's praise, validation, or attention. That expectation comes from pride. This shows up the moment that you turn your self-love habits into showing off to other people. Maybe it's to receive comments of validation, or to make other people feel less than you, or to even misrepresent your life. These are the dangers of abusing the concept of self-love. When the intention behind getting ready and taking selfies is to elicit jealousy from other people, self-love gone wrong na. When your shopping habits go overboard to the point na damo ka na yung utang niya sa ibang tao, hindi na iya self-love ya, conceit na iya. That means you're shopping for more than you can afford and are hurting people and breaking their trust in the process. It's when self-expression comes at the expense of others. I'm all for self-love as long as it comes with discernment. Because of how thin the line is between self-love and acts of narcissism is sometimes it becomes murky to see the difference. And so people tend to overuse the term self-love even when love is no longer represented. Remember, everything that's done by love and made of love does not jeopardize others. It inspires, uplifts, empowers. It does not discourage, undermine, or insult. Ang importante da mabalaan ta ang kayabahan sang duha para hindi ta malimtan o kung mawala ang katangian sang self-love. Let's support each other by practicing true self-love and by celebrating it when we see it. Let's check in with ourselves and see if we are contributing to a toxic and misrepresented self-love behavior. You can do this by asking yourself, may masakitan ko ayhan kung ubraon ko ni? Am I expecting a certain outcome from this situation? Am I doing this for selfish reasons, to feel validated? Will I still be happy or content even if nobody ever found out about it? Self-love truly is a beautiful thing when the intention is all about progress, healing, or personal growth. But self-love also means heeding advice when we need to. It also means listening and not just speaking louder. It means apologizing when we're wrong, taking accountability for the parts we contributed to a sour situation. And if you feel like you're leaning towards conceit or showing narcissistic actions like bullying other people para mapirdi sila sa mga ginapanindigan nila para lang ma-accommodate ka sa mga beliefs mo, or keeping your blind spots blind even when it clearly hurts someone else, or forgetting to consider the impact of your actions towards others, this is your chance to make the necessary changes. So where do we start? We start with kindness. This comes in two forms: kindness towards yourself and towards other people. You'll find that the way we treat other people is a reflection of how we treat ourselves. So instead of bashing someone else for being themselves, why don't we look inwards? When kindness is present in your life, it'll be hard to be mean to other people because you let go of your expectations of them. You learn to be more humble and accepting of differences. It's amazing how impactful kindness can be. It doesn't take a lot of work to do and isn't hard to give. So there's no reason why we shouldn't choose to be kind. 2, know your boundaries. Draw healthy boundaries between yourself and the people around you. Know yourself enough para mabalaan mo kung gapakita ka higuguma para sa lawas mo o kung ang pagpalangga nga nagapangita ka na sang validation. Understand that you can't always please people, and that's okay. Take these boundaries to also see where you stand in other people's lives. Before giving a constructive criticism, check if you are in the position to give it, because not all criticisms, even those that mean well, are constructive. Ask yourself, are you an expert on the subject matter, or are you close enough to give that remark? 3 is seek counsel. If you think that you are in the giving or receiving end of possible narcissism, seek counsel. Talk to someone and ask for an unbiased opinion. Do you do things to please other people? Do you talk badly about other people often? Do you make every situation about you? Because if you think that you might have a narcissistic personality disorder, there's no shame in admitting it and seeking for help. Know that you never have to go through things alone. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. When you practice kindness, you grow in acceptance of yourself and of others, which makes you more at peace with yourself. When you set healthy boundaries, you create a safe space for yourself and contribute to a safe social environment. And when in doubt, seek counsel. You don't have to go through tough times alone. We are here for you. So, if you like this video, please hit the like, the share, comment your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!